Hi, we're Team GeoClique, and we'd like to start by saying thank you for having us at the FinTech Challenge, where we are transforming FinTech collectively. We're a brother-sister duo, Bruce Malcolm and Michelle Malcolm, and we're entrepreneurs in the FinTech space with our startup company, GeoClique. The question posed by Payments Canada is how can we use Payments Canada's API portal to develop a solution that will solve real-world payments inefficiencies for Canadians and businesses alike? We highlighted the key aspects of real-world payments inefficiencies and focused on the value-added features. As noted in the case details, Canada's payments ecosystem was built in a time where most transactions were handled manually via check exchanges or in person with cash. We especially noticed this when dealing with notaries. When buying and selling houses, notaries are riddled with manual labor and paperwork, leading to slow processing times and systemic inefficiencies. The pain points include the many parties involved in the transaction process, such as the buyer, seller, their respective banks, their respective agents, municipalities, and the notaries themselves. There are long processing times where average closing times take 30 to 60 days, and that's before even receiving or transferring the money. There are manual processes where checks are either mailed or picked up in person. And the current system is slow and manual, where buyers send their payment via check often, and bank transfers the loan amount to the notary. And after this long process, the notary is responsible for dispersing all of the funds individually to each party, often via check. This leaves the opportunity for a notary escrow portal to address the inherent limitations of our current financial system. We have seen the global potential of real-time rails in its successful implementation in the UK, Australia, Hong Kong, and the United States. Now imagine putting that tool in the hands of Canadian professionals that are processing transactions amongst the largest asset class in the world. Here's what a system could look like with real-time rails.
All parties would be sent an invitation to see the notary's portal unique contract and a request to validate their account. This is what everyone would see. This would be the notary's portal, where everything could be instantly settled. Information could be entered manually by the notary, or machine learning APIs could pull information from digital promise to purchases. The information that would be needed would be the purchase price, the down payment, the listing agent, and the selling agent percentages. All the parties involved would have their names and emails and the balance owed to them right there. Request to pay. The purchasing price minus the percentage of the down payment would be requested from the bank. And request to pay. The down payment percentage of the purchasing price would be sent to the buyer. Instead of going back and forth, request to pay, municipalities would request outstanding tax balances and it would be inserted right on the spot. Request to pay, the seller's bank would request outstanding loan balance. Once the deed of loan and deed of sale are signed or e-signed by all parties involved, the notary would initiate payment from their own escrow account with different email destinations. Escrow should start and end with a zero balance. The system could be completely digitized if proof of ID and proof of insurance were uploaded to the notary. For risk mitigation, in the US, real-time payments increased their payment size from 100K to 1 million. To have a notary portal, the notary would have to verify their credentials so the bank would know who they're dealing with. And eventually, a payment transaction insurance for notaries could be implemented. For this solution to be implemented, the portal would have to be accessible for all notaries. The benefits, with instant settlement and quick transaction times, deposits could be made on the spot, eliminating the need for interest-based adjustments because of settlement times. Easy digital reporting for transactions over 10K to FinTrack, increased efficiencies, and making transactions more convenient with a lower risk with transactions due to guaranteed good funds. The inherent risks involved are that the transaction is final and irrevocable and doesn't eliminate fraud and human error. There are some existing solutions out there that are using the Ethereum payment rails, such as GeoClique, that are building tokenized real estate to make the transaction process easier. There's also more and more adoption of online notaries, but these online notaries don't have a payment solution. In summary, long-term, this process could be used to settle all digital contracts, large and small. But today, let's make the lives of notaries easier and close the deal in one click.
Here are the references that we used for some of our research. And we'd just like to say thank you for your time and consideration.